Hello everyone and welcome to Financial Accounting 1A. So in this video I'm going to go over the syllabus so we can have a clear agreement on the expectations that I have and also the responsibilities that you also need to be aware of in order to complete this course successfully. So again, here is just my email, and my email is the best way to communicate with me in this class. You can also rely on Canvas. When you send me an email on Canvas or a message on Canvas, usually it transfers that to my email, and this is how I get to know that you want to reach me. This is a virtual phone number, so it never actually connects you to a real phone, but it connects you to like voice message. So whenever you leave a message, again, it goes to my email. The class time, as you know, this is an online course. It's asynchronous. So all communication is going to be through Canvas, and we don't have actually physical meetings or Zoom meetings except for office hours. I always try to post the weekly material on Monday morning. I try my best before noon. Usually it's early in the morning, but the latest would be by noon. We have here 3 links for the textbook, for Canvas, and for the homework assignment, which is done through Cengage Now. The homework assignment requires some kind of registration, which is available on Canvas, so just go to the registration PDF file that I uploaded on Canvas that give you an idea of how you can enroll in the Cengage Now homework. You also need Cengage Now to work on the term project. There's a code for the class, but you also need to get the registration with the textbook. So these are the 3 different options for getting the textbook. So I believe contacting the bookstore at Chafee is the best way in order to make sure that you get the textbook that works based on your preference. Keep in mind this textbook is also used in managerial accounting, which is the 1B class. Other material needed for this class, you need a calculator, just a simple calculator, nothing really specific, just something that you'll need to do the basic calculations that we need in accounting. And one good thing about accounting is that it's simple math, so it's not really complicated calculations. I also need a notebook, paper, eraser, pencils, and most importantly, internet access, and of course your email address. There are no prerequisites for this class. I'll skip the course description, the student learning outcomes and objectives of the course, but I encourage you all to go back to this at the end of the class, because maybe when you read it now you'll find a lot of details that might not be very useful for you, but once you complete the course and you go back to this, you'll find that this is actually something that makes a lot of sense. Again, don't get discouraged to read it now if you want. I don't think it's a bad idea, but there might be a lot of details that don't make a lot of sense at this point. So moving to the homework, all homework assignments are going to be done on Canvas, Cengage Now, and as I mentioned, for each chapter we're covering, there are going to be 1 homework assignment. So we're going to have about 12 chapters, and for each one of these chapters you'll have to work on the homework assignments for it on a weekly basis. The deadline for all homework assignments is the last week of the class. So I'm not going week by week, but I still encourage you to work on the homework on a weekly basis, because if you don't complete the homework on a weekly basis, what's going to happen is that you'll feel like I'm having a lot of homework assignments that I didn't complete, and it's going to be very difficult to catch up. So do yourself a favor, don't procrastinate, and on a weekly basis just complete the homework assignments related to that homework. I would assume that studying for this class requires something between 5 to 10 hours at most, and I'm saying here a minimum of 10 hours because I wanted to go to the maximum side, but in general I think 5 hours is going to be good enough. At least a couple of hours would be related to completing the homework. Each homework assignment is worth 5 points. But on Cengage now, it's out of 100%. So each homework assignment has a 100% grade. So as long as you get 80% or above in each homework assignment, you will earn 5 points. So from my perspective, as long as you're getting anything between 80 to 100%, it's going to be 5 points. Anything below that, it's going to be prorated. So my suggestion for you, if you got like 85 and there's something that you can't solve or you're having an issue with it, ask me and I can help you like getting the answer. But don't feel like this is critical, because as long as you're over 80%, you earn the grades for that homework. Yeah, I think that's everything about the homework. Just make sure that you register for Cengage now and have access to all homework assignments. It's already created, and you should have access to this information on Canvas. There's something called Class Experience, which is a weekly class experience that we're going to have posted on Canvas. And the class experience is another term for quiz. So I don't like using the word quiz. I want you to think about it as a class experience. And how it's structured is that we'll have a problem that you have to work on, and you can take all the time you need to work on this problem. And then at the end of the problem, you'll have 4 multiple choice questions that you need to answer. At least 2 or 3 of these questions would be related to the problem that you were working on. You never need to submit the problem, but you only need to answer the 4 multiple choice questions. So each one of these is worth 8 points, so 2 points for each homework assignment, and we'll have 12 of these, 1 for each chapter. I think we're going to have only 10. So we're going to have only 10. The total grades for this is going to be 80 points. Something also similar that we're going to start working on right after the first midterm exam is called the annual report experience. But the annual report experience is different because you have to provide responses. It's not multiple choice. You have to do calculations and provide some kind of explanation or like feedback for the calculations that you made. So we're going to have 5 of these annual report experiences. Each one is worth only 4 points for a total of 20 points. So these are going to be starting right after the first midterm exam, which I would say in week 5. And I think it's one of the important parts of this class because it helps you understand how you can use the financial information in making some decisions, and understanding how useful the information in the financial statements and the accounting to decision makers. That's the whole purpose of that. We also have another assignment, which is the term project. And the term project is a project that's based on the first 3 chapters of the course. And I'm going to announce that again right after the first midterm, because this is the period where we finish the first 4 chapters, and I really encourage you at this point to start working on the term project. The term project is due in the last week of the course, so you have plenty of time. Again, my suggestion for you, start working on the term project sooner than later, because it's a time-consuming project. It requires some time. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me. It's also on Cengage now, very similar to the homework assignment. So it's technically very similar to the homework. The only thing, it's a larger problem. So it's a comprehensive kind of problem that you have to work on, and it takes a little bit of time to work on. And this, of course, is worth 40 points. Please don't leave it till the last minute, and please don't ignore it, because again, it's a significant part of your total grade. So it's about 8% of your total grade, and it makes a big difference, and I think it's easy points to earn. Dropping the course, again, I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I just want to let you know the dates. Like September 18th is the last day to drop the course while receiving or while not receiving a W grade. But once you pass September 18th until October 29th, you can still drop the course, but a W would show up on your transcript. After that date, you're not allowed to drop the course. One other thing I just want to talk about is academic integrity. Again, this is an accounting course. Honestly, honesty is expected from accountants and people in the business field. So I think it's important to start from the classroom, and I really want to expect you all to be dealing with some form of honesty and integrity in everything that you do. Keep in mind cheating, plagiarism. I don't want to use the word collaboration or unauthorized collaboration. I think that's the better word or better term. Fabrication or retaliation. All of this is considered to be something that I have no tolerance for, and I just expect you all to be honest in dealing with this class. Again, like any kind of online course, commitment is needed. You have to work on a weekly basis. Make sure that you allocate enough time studying for this class. There are no class meetings, but again, there are weekly classes, announcement and assignments. So please make sure that you are aware that you have some kind of responsibility in order to succeed in this class. Here we have some information about computer labs, and I think there are computer labs on the main campus, on the Chino Center, Fontana, and Ontario. And also there is some information about the Chaffey College Student Success Centers, and you can use these phone numbers to contact them if any help is needed. Another information about the Career Center, and then I want to talk a little bit about the exam policy. So we'll have couple of midterms, 2 midterm exams and a final exam. So I just want to make sure that we are aware of the exam dates, and I'm going to have these very clearly presented in the schedule at the very end of the syllabus. So make sure that you are aware of that exam time. I'm going to give you enough time to work on the exams and enough window, so you'll have like I think enough period to make sure that you take the exam during the time where you don't have work or any other commitments. So this is the grading policy. So for homeworks we have 60 points, 5 points for each chapter for 12 chapters. Class experience we have 80 points. Again, we'll have 10 class experiences, each one is worth 8 points. We have an annual report experience, 4 of these, actually 5 of these, 4 points for each. The term project is worth 40 points, and that's also available on Cengage now. I just want to remind you that this is easy points, so please work on it, don't leave it to the last minute. And then we have 100 points for each exam for a total of 300, and the total grades for the course is 500. So you can see that 60% of your grade is based on exams, and 40% is based on easy points that you can earn through homework assignments, class experiences, annual report, and the term project. And I would encourage you to take advantage of this to the most, because this is how you can get the grade you deserve. Exams, sometimes we get lucky, sometimes we miss 1 or 2 questions, it's not a big deal. But for the easy points, I would encourage you all to take advantage of the whole thing. Speaking of the class experience, you have several trials to work on the class experience to earn the grade you deserve. So I'm giving you more than one chance to work on the class experience, so you can earn the full 8 points for each class experience. So we have solid grades in this class. It's A, B, C, D, and F. I don't use pluses or minuses. But if you want to get an A in this class, make sure that you don't lose more than 50 points. So 450 is the grade you need for getting an A. And I hope that all of you would get an A in this class, but you have to prove it. You have to support it with hard work. One of those things needed in this class, as I mentioned before, you need a calculator. You're encouraged to use simple calculators. And of course, you need it for class experiences and exams. If anyone needs help with the DRC, please let me know. I'll take care of that, and I'll make sure that you, again, get all the extra time or anything that's needed. There's also the Panther Care Program, and this is some information about it, and this is the contact person and their email and phone number. So here is our schedule of classes. Again, the first class is September 3rd. We don't have any class experiences or anything. Everything is usually due on Fridays. So starting September 9th, we have our first class experience. And then as you can see here, the class experiences and its related chapters. The first exam is going to be end of September. The second exam is going to be November 4th. And then the final exam is going to be December 2nd. Again, remember, this is a 14th week course, so time flies very quickly. And I really want to encourage you to take advantage of all the resources available. Let me know if you have any questions. I wish you all the best. And I'm sure that you're all going to do well. But some determination and commitment to this class, and I'm sure you're all going to succeed. So again, welcome to Financial Accounting. I wish you all the best, and you'll see me in future videos.